Hey friends and foes, my name's Riley, but you can call me Garnet Heart. In this video, I'm doing a speed paint of a couple commissions that I received recently. The commissioner, like myself, is a fan of Starkid and their Hatchetfield musical series, as well as Dungeons & Dragons, or D&D. So, they asked me to draw two Hatchetfield villains as D&D characters. Here's how that process went. Starting off with Wilbur Cross, aka Uncle Wily. For those who haven't seen the Starkid musical, Black Friday, Wilbur Cross is an odd and kind of unsettling person. He serves the big bad of Black Friday, an eldritch entity named Wiggly. After meeting Wiggly for the first time, Wilbur went insane and pledged fealty to him. This madness is shown through unnerving postures, unrelenting stares, including the use of the Kubrick stare, which is when a creepy character looks at someone with their head tilted down, looking past their own eyebrows. The country accent that Joey Richter gives the character, plus the creepiness, gave me the vibe that he's a rough-and-tumble guy. So at first, I thought I'd make him into a rogue gunslinger multiclass, but the rogue element felt unnecessary, so he's just a gunslinger character here. His accessories feature the pentagram from the Black Book, which relates to Wiggly and the other eldritch figures in Hatchetfield, and then the design on Wilbur's boots feature a simple depiction of Wiggly with the round eyes and the tentacles. Admittedly, this design took some inspiration from a different character that Joey Richter played, the Bandit King, or McDoon from the Trail to Oregon musical. So in my design, Wilbur got the chaotic country outlaw concept from the character of McDoon from Trail to Oregon. I made him kind of grimy and sunburnt because I thought that an unhinged country western style character would be messy and outside all the time doing God knows what. Even though Wilbur doesn't smoke in the show, I gave him yellowed teeth and a cigar to further emphasize that outlaw archetype. The villain song that Wilbur Cross gets, called Made in America, is in a song style called a patter song, where the singer sings a lot of words really fast. I think the writing of Made in America is good, and Joey's performance was great, but the fast part right in the beginning always sounds weird to me. Black Friday did have sound issues in the recording, so maybe it's just that. The first couple lyrics just always feel a little off, but that later part in the song is incredible. I drew Wilbur's eyebrow raise to just an impossible degree because Joey has a super highly raised eyebrow most of the time as Wilbur, and I just wanted to emphasize it to a cartoonish degree, so it's just right up there with his hairline. It's really funny to me to think about how my first introduction to Joey Richter in media was his side character in the Disney Channel show Jessie, named Officer Petey. That character was so goofy, and then the next thing I saw him in was the first Hatchetfield musical, The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, where he was playing this sleazy, obnoxious character named Ted, who's a huge jerk. And that contrast is just, it's really funny to me. And here we have Wilbur Cross, the gunslinger. The second villain I'm drawing today also comes from Black Friday. It's Linda Monroe, the wealthy and cruel woman who Wiggly chooses to organize his followers so that they can build a portal large enough for him to pass through. Being rich and snooty, she had to be a high elf because wealthy and snooty are two stereotypes of high elves. In a D&D world, Linda would for sure be decked out with all the jewelry and finery. Linda's married to a plastic surgeon in the Hatchetfield series, so I drew her with full lips and cheeks, a slim waist, and a kind of nose shape that's considered beautiful in Eurocentric beauty standards, because she would probably get some cosmetic surgeries herself. And in a fantasy world, that's probably more akin to spells and things, but, you know, same difference. Linda is one of the few characters that I would 100% consider a warlock. And with the importance of her getting a Wiggly doll in the show, she had to be a Pact of the Talisman warlock, with the doll being the talisman she derives her powers from. I enjoyed designing Linda's outfit here, adapting the original costume and throwing it a little bit of fantasy flair, like the crystal hanging from a belt around her waist. It's something that I've seen in fantasy art before, usually for sorceresses or priestesses, things like that, but it's something aesthetically that I imagine high elves would like to accessorize with. In the show, Linda's motivation is that she wants others to adore and worship her. And I imagine that D&D Linda made a deal with Wiggly to get that adoration from the people around her. Like, maybe the heroes of the story find this strange city where the citizens are obsessed with admiring this one noble woman, and they discover that a spell is behind the worshipping behavior, so they have to save the citizens from her. Then she would use the people as her personal army, making the heroes fight the people they're trying to save. I think it would be a really fun story for a one-shot. Since her outfit in Black Friday is all black and white, I figured that she wouldn't really go for a lot of color in her wardrobe. So the jewelry is silver, making the only color on her be the green that comes from her connection with Wiggly. My idea for the gems in her jewelry is that originally they were all onyx and crystal before she made her pact with Wiggly, after which they took on that bright green. I gave the doll a simple outfit that I imagine toys in a fantasy world could have, kind of resembling a clown or a jester. And there we have it. Let's see how these vile villains look in the completed works. Thank you all for watching. I really enjoyed making this commission. Commissions are still open, by the way. And I think I'll do this concept with other Hatchetfield characters as well. Comment below if you have any commission requests for me. Like and subscribe. Hope to see you next time.